Great sunrise. Welcome, welcome, welcome on in. Today, they call us black people, but black people. Be lacking people. But we know that it's impossible for us to be lacking within these people. We are much more. We are much more. And I wanted to harp on something I talked about last night. There was a question proposed, and I answered the question in the form that it was made in. How can I achieve oneness? It's not about necessarily for us. We don't have to achieve anything. It's already with us. We already have it. We just have to use it. We have to do it. We have to access it in most cases. We have to utilize it, what we have. I keep talking about how we're mouth-to-mouth, positive, negative charges. Just one singular person in itself, right? One entity, one being has all of that. So if we have all of that within just that one being, then we have already achieved oneness. We have to recognize some things first, that we are more than what meets the eye on this planet. And we probably haven't got to that point. That's why I made the mistake last night and said that, and listen, and answered that question instead of breaking it down that we don't have to achieve it. See, that's the language that you speak when you're lacking, when you be lacking. We're not be lacking people, but they have made us be lacking people. The entity in this planet has made us be lacking. And because it has made us be lacking, that's DOD. Hey, welcome, DOD. They have made us to think that we be lacking within these people. We think a lot of times on their level. We're thinking on that level. We don't see, we're in it with them, basically. And we need to come out of it. That was a teaching point that I could have made last night, but I had so much other things on my mind. I was cultivating my energy and rearranging it around and make it make sense for the things that are going on so that we don't, so we can learn from the evil around us. When evil was ever done, it was always a lesson. It was always something that showed us to move towards higher ground, to move towards a better place, a peaceful place for ourselves. I'm not going to sit, I'm not going to sit on a sharp object for a long time. I'm going to eventually react and jump up. When if I don't see it and I accidentally sit in the seat and there's something sharp in it, I'm going to bounce up and move. You know, I'm not going to stay there and try to figure it out. I'm just going to go on because ouch, it hurts. It means I have to move from it. It means it's not healthy for me. It's a necessary evil at that time. So focusing on that last night, and at the same time coming out of the mind state, the mindset, or the programming that have been put into our minds that we are on this level and to think on this level. No, we don't have to achieve oneness. We already have oneness. We just have to access it, cultivate it, utilize it, strengthen it. That's what we have to do. We have to actually go, we have to go back to that. And that's how we're going to get, that's how we're going to be back into our, in tune with our spirituality. That's how we get back in tune with ourselves, our spirituality. You know, that's something that's important, is us to get to know ourselves again better. Because somehow, individually, we get lost in ourselves. We get lost out here. We lose ourselves, who we are. A lot of times we never knew who we are as individuals. You know, we don't know our true light, our true want. What do we really want? What do we really need? We're so inundated by a whole lot of other things outside of us. But, you know, it's naturally easy to get lost in the sauce. You get confused on what spice you are. You know, there's so much different things within the recipe, within that. So, you know, there's so many abilities that we have that once we get back in tune with ourselves, then we can access those things. The main important thing to me is not to allow our emotions to get controlled and over us and us be all over the place. So, but to gear those emotions into a functional, into something that is functional for us, something that we can make it work. and our benefit. That's the way it should be. But so many of us are programmed to think like on this level. And we have to really understand the difference. We have to know the difference between the lower energies and the higher energies. Higher energies are not going to see things the way we see things now on this level. So like I said about achieve, for us it's not achieving, it's simply access. But for the outsider, it's for them to try to achieve. They have to work to achieve, and they don't have that connection, that spiritual connection that we have. That's why we're hearing things like achieve. That's why we're gonna hear. That's why we can't have um, a master teacher or anybody talking certain ways to us, because they're going to be talking on the level. If they're going to be a master teacher, they have to be talking above the level. They have to be pulling us higher, not having us equal on this level, because we're going to get stagnant, because it's trying to achieve something that you don't have, trying to get access, get to something that you don't have. It's not, the word achieve is not something that we need to be doing. We just need to access it, basically. Because to me, achieve means to get to something that you never had. We had it. We've had it. We just, in this state, in this time frame, we've been disconnected from it. And what I was speaking about, how we can go within, it's easy for us to know, to understand, go within. It may be new, it may be something that, because we've been so disconnected and we've become more like those who are not connected to the spirit world, that we might find it more difficult, more strenuous trying to do something like that. But it's not a difficult task at all. When you connected, when you connected to your ancestors and you can sense them, you can feel them, you can sometimes smell them around, or even feel them around. Because they are within and they are all around us. Many different times. So Spirituality is very much a natural, innate part of us, just like the physical. But we've been so, like I said, more inundated with just the outside of us, the physical, that we, at times it can get you so focused on that alone, and you neglect that you neglect yourself. Mm. So I just wanted to come on and do a little talk about that, the importance of us knowing that we don't, because we're not be lacking people, that we can most, easily and naturally just go into the spiritual world, go into the dream world. And it's not about achieving for us. It's just simply knowing the difference of who we are and kind of cutting off or breaking free from the programming, the mental programming that we've been put into. It's got us thinking that somehow um, things that we are dealing with here is somehow we're somehow the same. But that's the difference between us. We don't have to achieve anything that's got to do with spirituality. We already have it. Y'all have the psychic ability, your intuition. When the males come over and they feel more in their human side of the brain, the negative charge, then they are going to be able to uh, um, have those intuitions and those psychic abilities to sense when danger is around them or an uncomfortable uh, situation you're going to be engaging in, so you can make your decisions before you do that. Many times it's like an anxiety. So when you have an anxiety, it's part of a sense that it's telling you, communicating to you that something's wrong, something's not right. So then you have to think ahead of time on what you're going to do. To You're going to have to figure out, then you're trying to figure out what is going on first. If I'm feeling this way, it's got to be something, because I know I have this natural innate psychic ability that allows me to see things. So I have to heed it and figure out what could it be. And say, all right, I must need to do this instead of this. That's who you see. It's that simple for us. We don't have to achieve that. We don't have to go, and it's not anything we really have to practice. But we do have to reconnect. We do have to meditate, and we do need to exercise it, but not um, learn or practice it because it's already naturally. All this is naturally there. So that's all I wanted to say about. I know who was it that was asking me? I forgot. But they were asking me how to achieve when it's already there for us. All of these abilities are already within us. We just need to go out and utilize it. And from that, we only strengthen those things. We only strengthen those abilities. And I guarantee you that once you become more in tune with self, you will be of more of a sound mind and will actually be able to hear those voices within yourself or making decisions. And that in itself is your money in relationships and everything. So I won't stay on too long. This relaxing scenery is making me so tired already. And I gotta get my next one. So DOD, thank you for being here. It's just Willie Hair, y'all. Peace to you, sister. And with that said, always remember true love, real peace, and the higher self defines the soul.